Going on YouTube, it's McRail Sandwich. I'm over here about to do another video for you. Right now, what we're gonna do, VTP. VTP is VLAN Trunking Protocol. VLAN Trunking Protocol allows switches to communicate the different VLANs that are on the network. Okay, so all of these VLANs will be allowed to pass through the server, the client, and the transparent. And I will go over that in just a second. So, what do we need to start? Let's go over the requirement first. So, requirement is we're going to need switches. Blemo. Oops. Alright, so now that we got our switches, what do we need? As you can see, I got the commands over here. We're going to need a server, we're going to need a client, and we're going to need a transparent. Doing things a little bit different. The reason why I have the commands over here, just to make it easier for you, so as I'm going along with the video, you can either go along with the commands that I have on the right side, or you can watch me and try to type as I type it. Either one, depending on how you learn, I just make it easier for everyone, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to change the names. This one, let's say this one's the server. This one is the transparent. And then we got our client over here. Client. Alright, boom. So now I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on what each one is. So the server is where the meat and potatoes and the bread and butter is, pretty much. That's where you configure all of your VLANs. And why do you do this? Because the server holds the information. The server holds what VLANs you have on your network, and then it dishes it out to the clients, other servers, transparent. It just passes it, it holds it, it gets configured on the server, and then passes it over. Now, question: can a server connect to another server? Yes, they can. A server can definitely connect to another server. What'll happen is, if another server is on the network and that other server, say this one, for instance, this one was a server. If that server was configured and added was if another VLAN was added on this server right here, it would then get passed through the transparent into the server. Tracking? You following along? All right. So now let's get into this. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add our cables. Let's go ahead and start adding some stuff. 1 to 1, 2 to 2. Make things easy. Let's not make that straight. Alright. So let's go ahead and start doing the server. Haha. I like to enter smash, enter spam. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go en conf t, then we're gonna go VTP mode server, right? It's already, so let me tell you something. The servers are by default every switch. By default, as you can see, they're already VTP servers. So there isn't a need to do it. It's just good practice to do mode server. Alright, so mode server, and it's also good to know in case you need to switch a client or transparent from client or transparent to server. Alright, just to keep that in mind. Alright, so now we got VTP mode server. Now what's next, as you can see in the commands, which I don't need to look, I'm going to look. Let's say, okay, so McRel, you already know that's what the domain is. So now we're gonna go into VLAN, gonna add VLAN 23. Alright, now we're in the VLAN configuration. So now we're gonna name it. We're gonna name it hygiene, because this is the hygiene department in whatever company you're working for. So now that we just named it, that's all we need. That's all we need for this video. So VLAN 65. We're in the next VLAN configuration. And if you don't feel comfortable doing it like that, where you can just go straight from one VLAN into the next VLAN just like that, you can type exit. Now you're in regular global config, and then type VLAN 65. That's user preference, solely up to you. Alright, so now we're gonna name this one. This one is health. Let's go name health. Boom. Now VLAN 97. Wow. Now we're in the next one. Now this one's a little bit longer name. Name entertainment. Now we're gonna go to VLAN 58. 58. Let's get it. And this is the VLAN that no one likes. Bills. I mean, if you like bills, you can sure pay mine. And then end, so we can get all the way back to privilege mode, and then copy run start, and that is copy the running config to the startup config. So that means, what do we do? Running config. You can hit tab and then hit question mark, startup config. So start and then tab, then hit enter for default, and then we're done with the server. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. So let's do the client first. Let's do the client second. Alright, so now we're in the client. Let's go into privilege. Now let's go into global config. The VTP is almost like the servers, but the difference is, whoops, I messed that up. VTP mode client. Now it's on client mode. Now we're gonna let it know, hey, you're on this domain, so get on it. And you're on the McRel domain. Password parrot. Oh, and that's what I forgot to do. Put the password for the server. So let's go do that. VTP. This is why I make the list, but I didn't follow it. Password. Now end copy rs. Alright, that's saved. Now we are back here. Now end, so we can go back to the privilege mode once again, and then copy rs. There's a lot of abbreviations that you can do in CiscoPacketTracer, because you can also do that on different Cisco devices. It helps so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So now that we got it saved, now we're done with the client. And now we're going to get to Transparent. So before we do that, let's check these first. So let's go to the server, and we're gonna run. I didn't put this into here, which let's go ahead and actually do that now. Let's go. Actually, let's do this as a side command. Let's do that, and we're gonna say show. Actually, I'll give you every command. En, and then en is enable, so you're enabling privilege mode, enabling into privilege mode. There we go. So now we got enable. Now we're gonna go show VTP status, and at any point you can hit question mark after show to see where you need to go from that point. And VTP, and then we're gonna go show VT show Vlan. All right, and if anyone knows, actually I'll ask that question in a second. So we're done with that. Now we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go show VTP status because we want to know what we have so far. So now let's do some compare and contrast. Show VTP status. All right. So here on the server, this is what you see. You're on version 2, configuration revisions 8, VLAN, number of existing VLANs 9. It is on a server. The domain is McRel. All of this other stuff, we're not getting into that right now. We're just getting into the basics. Over here, we're on the client side. And the reason why you see different numbers is because the server has not yet sent the information of the VLANs to the client because the middleman is not configured yet. So once we configure the transparent to pass that information along to the client, then you will see a difference. That's why I want to show you this now, so you can see that starting off, you'll see this is how you know it worked. If you go to show your VTP status and confirm that you see more than what the default VLANs are on the switch. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. So now let's go. Oh wait, forgot to do one thing. Show VLAN. And here you see our VLANs, you see our default, and you see the ones that we made. Bills, hygiene, health, and entertainment. All 4. Alright. So let's go here. Let's go into I'm blocking the commands, I'm sorry. Now let's go enconf t VTP mode. And why do I keep doing that? That is, wow. Oh, I know why. I copied and pasted from up here. Copied and pasted from up here and then put it down here. See that I didn't revise. Transparent. Alright. Now let's transparent. Alright, VTP. Let me make sure I actually do the password this time. I don't want to skip it. Whoops. And now we're in privilege mode, and we're going to do copy RS. Alright, and then enter for default. And then now Let's see if it worked. Checking it out, checking it out, checking it out. All right, so let's run that command in the transparent VTP. Whoops. Show VTP status. Boom. Now you see that we're in McRel domain, and you see that we're transparent. But McRel sandwich, why is it still 5? Let me show you. So when you go here, and I kind of, let's see. When you go here, let's go show VLAN, boom, and you go in here, and you see that there's, oh no, there's no VLANs. What do we do? Oh man, let McRel show you. So when you go in here in the server and the client, and you see that there is no VLANs, and then you go here and you're like, oh man, I have it configured. I have the client sitting right there, but there's still only 5. Like I'm on client mode, I'm using the right domain, so why isn't it working? So this is what you have to do. You have to add so something has to happen. Some traffic has to happen, right? Oh no, Tyrell. Let's see. So what I say, we're adding. All right. Conf T. And then VLAN 57. Oh wait, we already added 57. Let's say, no we don't. We're gonna add a 57. There we go. And then name it miscellaneous, because we don't know what we just did. We just added a random one. Cool. So now let's go and show VTP status. Now we got 10 revisions, and let's see if it works on, oh whoops, no, oops, wrong one still, client. And show VTP status. Whoops. Oh, okay. Oh no. So I'm not doing these videos like I did before, where I would just show you what you were doing and just that would be it. Now I'm actually there's gonna be errors in these. So the reason I didn't put all of the commands in here is because I wanted to show you. You're not gonna learn unless I actually show you what errors you may face. So like right now, we went to enable, and then we do show VTP status, and it's still not there, and we already added it. The reason why is because we still didn't configure our interfaces. Right there, all of them. We didn't configure them. So now we have to go, and the reason why I didn't put the commands on is because now it's going to make you pay attention, because now you want to know what commands you have to run. Alright, so now we're going to go into configure terminal, and then we're going to go interface FA 0/1, because that's the interface we're on. Then we're going to go switch port mode, and then this one is we got to make it into a trunk, so we got to make it into, we're going to switch port mode trunk. And the reason why you're switching it to a trunk, so that way you can allow VLANs to go through. So you go switch port mode trunk, then you go switch port trunk, and then now you want to go allowed VLAN and then this is when you give the range of VLANs you want to go through. VLAN range, and since we have 23 through 58 or 97, we're just gonna go 23 through 97, and if anyone knows a way that you can do individual VLANs, like instead of doing a range of VLANs, just leave a comment below, and I'll do that in the next video instead of doing a range, because that seems not secure at all. Having a whole plethora of VLANs just on one switch, that doesn't seem safe. But this is what we're going to do right now in our Cisco packet tracing environment. So yeah, switch port. Okay, so we're at switch port trunk allowed VLAN. All right. What am I forgetting? Okay. Yeah. Alright, so switch port, trunk, and then hold on, let me check the configuration first. Oops. Oh, okay, all right. So now we gotta do it on these other ones. And then we're gonna go conf interface FA 0/1, and then we're gonna go, since we're gonna interface FA 0/1, then we're gonna go switch port. Actually, oh yeah, okay, so we do, yep, so we still have to do it. Alright, so switch port mode trunk. I just had a thought, because I think I remember being told that you don't need to put switch port trunk on this one because it'll be automatic, but from my experience, I haven't seen this interface right here actually switch to trunk. That's just me. It probably actually does it. It probably just doesn't do it on my packet tracer or on any of the switches I've ever used. But let's see. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN. Whoops. This is why you tab it, so you ain't got to spell it. Ooh. Bars to 23 to 9 decim. 9 decim. Boom. So now let's go no shut. Alright, and then we're just gonna end it. Copy, run, start. Alright, we did on that one. So this one, let's go do copy, run, start. Boom. So now let's see where we're at in our blah blah blah. Alright, cool. So now let's do this interface and do conf t interface FA 0/2 switch port mode trunk, and then switch port trunk allowed VLAN, and then what we do 23 to 97, and then no shut. That administratively brings the port up. See, no shut. Then we're gonna go, let's do that, do show VTP status. Alright, so now we do that. Now we gotta go to transparent. And then we're gonna go to FA/2. Whoops. Forgot the interface. And then let's go switch port, mode trunk, and switch port, trunk, VLAN allowed. Oh, duh. I put I put VLAN first. Allowed VLAN, and then this is what we do: 23 through 97. No shut, and then VTP and copy RS to do. Let's see where we at now. Oh wait, you're not gonna see it on this one. I'm on the wrong one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I think I see another flaw. I think I see another flaw in this victory. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why I'm singing. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. Alright. Now let's make boom. There we go. Alright. So if you didn't see what I just did there at the last one, when I added, I checked the password to make sure that everything was good. Everything was good. I just wanted you to see my thought process on another error, because when I saw that it didn't work after we had did our last fix, I had to check it. You always want to check your work. Check your work. Check your work. Check your work. So yeah, so that's VTP. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know. Comment down below and I'll let you know, because right now this is really the basic of VTP, and I'm going to try to do more of the putting the errors in, and just, or yeah, I'm just going to start off with the bare minimum of code, or I said code, we're not programming. I'm going to try to start off with the bare minimum of the commands that you're going to have to put in, because I want you to see what the thought process is when you get to a bunch different errors, so that way I can prevent you from, I can just help you learn, pretty much. There we go. Makes it easy. All right, and McRail sandwich out.